Getting ready to go live on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So welcome our YouTube audience. And
Welcome.
after about 150th time, we'll get this together.
We have audiences at different platforms, is what you're saying.
Go live on our YouTube channel.
There we
All
go.
right, y'all. So welcome our YouTube audience. And
Welcome.
after about 150th time, we'll get this together.
We have audiences
Just
at
close
different
that out.
platforms, is what you're saying.
What am I closing?
You want to close it out all the
way?
way or what?
Okay.
And then hit got it.
All right, y'all. We live on YouTube.
So if you go live on another platform,
You'll see us on
that's
all of
actual talking and going live as well.
Welcome to another
Woods Report.
report. We have our family member here. Our we don't say fans, we say family members, because if you're a subscriber, you're a family member, especially if you always on here. Wendy gives just as much to the show as
I
everybody
know.
else, and she be typing, and then 5 years later, we'll see what she typed, and then she be like, "You didn't see what?" I'm like, "No, that was 10
I
hours
wanna tell you,
ago."
I absolutely can't stand it. All
I
this
know.
week, I typed at least 7 or 8 things that you never got to see. And it's so
Wow.
frustrating because I keep trying to do it over and over. Sometimes I'll do it like 7 times. And I'm beginning
Okay,
to
well,
hate
on this one, you're live. So this one, they can hear you and they
It
can
would be your
whatever
comments
you-
directly at us.
Yep.
Where we can
Okay.
talk back and forth.
Yep.
So that's-
So
it's
of
a
course
good
we're gonna
feeling.
talk about Trump
that's the big news today.
getting indicted.
Indicted. He said, what did he say? He didn't say indicted. He said
Indicated. He didn't know how to
He don't
spell
even
it.
know what
indicted.
He said he was
indicated.
indicated. He didn't know. He
like,
don't
what's this man talking about? You were indicted.
know. He don't know. He don't know. But
Which means he's gonna be arrested because after indictment comes arrestment. Why is
But-
everything? Why am I looking at you on TV
Mhm.
and you're different
It's a
than
delay, right?
It's probably a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we said, Wendy, when we're on when you're typing in on the other days.
Yeah,
It's a delay.
I
And we
know. I
don't see
hate
your
it.
comment until later.
That's why they
I
tell people
know.
when they call in to shows and stuff to turn your radio off and stuff.
For the feedback.
Because they
and
listen
stuff.
to the other part, and that's a
Right.
delay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they tell
But
me.
I said, from now on, I'm just gonna listen. I'm tired. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
yeah.
I'm
Go
just
to, you know
gonna-
what? Go to Facebook. I see it on Facebook faster, I think, don't I?
Oh, I can do that.
Try that and see. Maybe we get it faster. So we do go back and read it to comment on it as well.
Oh, well, that's good.
You take us back to that topic because you guys have made comments, since then, and we'll
Yeah.
come back, we'll recircle it and go, oh yeah, Wendy, she was talking about when we were talking about so and so.
Right.
Michael M. Perk says, "Hi, ladies." Hi. We
Hey,
sent you a
Who's
link.
in
You
here
probably
with
can't
me?
come on today, Mike.
that's fine.
But yeah, so let's finish talking about Trump.
Do you want me to share what the view lady said? Or
Go
what?
ahead. Let's see what they
Here.
said.
And what we gonna do, Wendy, we gonna come back and forth because
When we
I
share,
don't.
we're gonna you won't be able to see yourself, but then we'll unshare so that you can see.
Yeah,
I got
when we
you.
come back to unsharing, we want to make sure you see all of our faces.
I
So I'm
got you.
sharing now. Play it.
Yeah.
Landmark day for the American legal system and the vindication of the rule of law. Here's the moments that will go down in history.
Was Gwyneth Paltrow at fault? No.
What?
Thank you.
She started out with Gwennon.
Oh,
And to
Thank God
quote
Gwennon did not
the
lose.
twice impeached, can't even speak. Twice impeached. The twice impeached, one term, once indicted, but who's counting? Former president is reportedly facing more than 30, count them, criminal charges. So how do we feel about this unprecedented American history? I called it. Did you? We feel good.
what does that mean? I don't care.
For applause. I said he would be held criminally responsible because no one is above the law. He would be at the very least charged. He not only has the New York case, he has the Department of Justice cases. There are 2 or 3 of them there.
I don't have to hear listen to Sonny. What else? Is there anything good else they're gonna say? If not, we don't need to listen
Hold
to them.
on. Usually they do it right away. I don't know what are they waiting on? The comment that what's his name made. I'm not showing it.
All right.
They did do you, I don't know if you guys saw it. Oh, this guy that he talked about.
Central Park 5, now the exonerated 5. Yusuf Abdul Salam. Oh, Yusuf. For those asking about my statement on the indictment of Donald Trump, who never said sorry for
Never.
for my execution, here it is. Karma. I don't believe in karma.
You don't believe in karma. All right, we good.
It was a comment that Lindsey Graham had said, but
Lindsey Graham is an a-hole. All right, I'll share. So
Here's the moments that
yeah, just forget about it.
Okay.
The bottom line is no Republican is going to say anything because right now, Donald Trump has over 50-something% of the Republican people polled who are voting for him. And they said they would vote for him even if he's indicted. So it's over. It's done. That the party belongs to Trump. They gave it to him on a silver platter. And so it belongs to him. So I don't understand these people that's trying to come out now, like fat face Jersey boy. What's his name? The one that's the governor of Jersey.
Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, Chris Christie. And all of a sudden
Fred
they
Flintstone.
I know.
What you call it?
Fred Flintstone.
Oh God.
He's gonna try to come out yesterday because he's gonna run.
Oh,
And
he's
so
running again.
He's running. He said somebody has to stand up against Trump, and he's gonna be the one to do it. And he's the only Republican.
He wants
Get out of here.
wants to be the Republican run person that speaks, is not afraid to speak out, because everybody else has been kind of like floating on the,
But he
tiptoeing.
was afraid.
because they don't want to lose his base that he has. Because let's say, for sake of argument, he's arrested, he's taken down, he can't run. They want his base.
Well, the
They want
Bible,
the people to support him.
I think Trump's trying to make himself a martyr.
yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he wants his people to look at him as this guy that's
Exactly.
being railroad.
You know, the other day, well, he held his fist up. I thought I would throw up. Well, what is that? Well, I mean, really? Come on.
We're gonna fight.
Orange power.
Black power, black power, black
We're gonna
power.
fight for our right to survive. Yeah.
He's
Orange
so
fixing
pathetic.
power. Orange. But that
Hey,
was one.
have you noticed that Ivanka hasn't said anything?
Who?
Ivanka or Ivan? Which
Oh,
the
she told you she was. They came after her. Remember the district attorney in New York about the
So
money
she's trying
stuff.
to keep
So she was
quiet,
like,
huh?
I'm done. She's not
She's
going
trying to
down.
keep quiet.
If he runs again, let's just say for sake of argument,
He is running again.
No, if he runs again, I'm sorry, he is running. If they make the decision for him to become the president, do you think she's going to walk again in that White House as
No.
his wife? And
Oh, you talking about
and-
Melania? She said Ivanka.
Oh, I'm talking about not Ivanka. I'm
well,
talking about
some people
Melania.
think it's the same
'Cause
person.
she's hid.
So,
Oh, you think?
well, he loves Ivanka. Really, she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
I think
Who says their daughter is the most beautiful woman in the world?
a man who calls other women ugly.
Well,
So he would put
well,
his
he
pedophile.
he called
He called
what's her
that
name?
woman. He calls what's her name? The one that he slept with. He called
Yeah,
her.
yeah, a
He
horse
called
face.
her
Yeah,
a horse face.
you know,
Really?
you gonna dog out the women you sleep with.
Mm,
That
mm,
just shows who you are.
he called everybody a horse.
You must
face.
have been really high or drunk, whatever, to sleep with that horse face.
No, but Ivanka's not gonna. She's gonna stay clear
yeah,
away.
she's gonna stay away.
I think she
Melania's
is.
locked in. Melania's
I think
locked
she
in.
is.
Yeah, she got paid extra money. Remember?
So this is reality TV, you guys. Let's see how it pans out. It's
Yes.
really sad because this is our commander in chief.
no, not now.
No, he is still
Oh, he
representing
wants
as
to be the.
he's still in the past president
Oh,
club,
past, yeah.
like Obama,
Yeah.
Clinton.
Yeah.
Do you think
what's his name
something
that-
will happen with the MAGAs if he gets arrested? Or you think they're going to ignore him?
They are going to. There'll be a few of them that's gonna come and pick it. That's what he wants. You won't see the same thing. I believe
The
you
same
won't see
amount
the
of
same
people?
thing as January 6th.
Oh gosh.
Because
Right, they don't
I
wanna
think
go to
people-
jail.
Unless they stupid.
Yeah, for that reason too, with
Yeah.
the chick that he's dealing with.
Because he's indicted for a porn star.
I don't think they're gonna go put their neck out on the line for that.
No, I don't see
No.
Christians in the street picketing because he got caught up with a porn star.
But why is everybody so surprised? Because they came at Clinton really hard.
Clinton should have been at the. See, here's the thing.
And impeached him.
No. Somebody was on Fox News saying, well, they never do anything to the Democrats and Clinton. And I was sitting there going, he was impeached.
He was impeached, you guys. Do they have amnesia?
Nobody remembers that Clinton was impeached.
Yes.
That's the problem.
And you all y'all mad.
Monica saved that stained dress, you remember?
Yes. And he said, I had no sexual
relations with.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Well, what's your definition?
Okay.
Of sexual relations. That's probably why he said he didn't.
Again, we're not diamond and silk. Everybody relax and calm down.
But
I am gonna say something that people might think we switched over to the other side.
Oh no, what?
There are so many things that they could get comb over on.
Mm-hmm.
A man having an affair with a porn star.
Well, that's the first
and lying about it.
That's the
and
first.
Saying that he didn't say he didn't pay her off.
Uh-huh.
How many men have done that?
Right.
That are not the president that paid off some woman that he slept with. And she said, I'm gonna tell your wife. And let's figure out a way to
pay her off.
I'll pretend like I went and got some shoes or something and use that money to pay you off. I'll lie to my wife.
Okay.
It's not the first man to lie to his wife.
No, but I think everybody's saying it's like a witch hunt because they figure, okay, we'll give you this. All the things that he could be charged for or what's on the waiting list to be charged for.
Yeah.
If it was the things that stole files, lied to the FBI. There's those kind of things where people still complain.
You can't say stole files because Biden took files.
Well, there's other things on the list that he's done.
This is what they're gonna do to him. This is what I believe. I believe this is just like a smoke screen. Like they really got something big coming, I'm hoping. And that this is just a smoke screen. This is just to pull out all the nutty buddies that want to pick it and go for him, pull them all out early. So when the big dogs come in, because remember, most mafia people, they weren't put in jail for murder. They were put in jail for tax evasion.
Yeah, they get them on little things.
A black man and a black woman are coming after him. That Letitia, whatever her name is from New York, she's no joke. Remember, she's the one that said that Trump was saying that the building was bigger than it was in square footage on all his contacts, so he could get more. See, he's got some serious charges on him. And when you're being charged by the state, you can't get bail.
Exactly. So I think it's some bigger.
He's going to go to jail. He may get out for a minute, but he's going to do a mugshot. He's going to go through all that.
Yeah. And he's going to have a glamour mugshot. He's going to make himself look good.
I really think that he thinks this is exciting.
Yeah.
This is exciting for his life. You think
this
is a reality show for him.
He wants to be a martyr.
And he's getting money for this. They got shirts already saying what? Trump is.
There's so many donations going to him, and he's keeping it all.
To pay for his legal defense as well.
So I think what's going to happen is I think bigger things are going to come down the pipeline.
Okay.
I think this is just a little smokescreen thing.
And all this is supposed to go down Tuesday, right?
It's supposed to. We'll see.
I'm going to go get my popcorn.
You don't have to share it, but the other you don't have to share it, but the other story I was going to share. Did you hear what DeSantis said about this? Mind you hear what
he said he wasn't going to expedite him.
That's what they said on the news.
He refused to expedite him. And how can you do that?
Yeah,
that's what do that. What Sonny was saying, but DeSantis said that he was going to do this, this, and this. And Anna said, there's sometimes these politicians are saying things to show face because in the background, you don't know what they're trying to do and think. So he said what?
He said if they try to get him out of Florida, he's not going to help. The state
he's not going to expedite him, he said. But how can he do that? Is that legal?
He's the governor.
Yeah, if somebody over him, the law's over the governor. How can the courts tell you to do something you don't
governors
do it?
Are like many, aren't they like many presidents?
They're like little mini presidents.
They are, but I'm saying in the case of law, somebody gave him some type of subpoena or judgment or something. He's just going to ignore it?
He's going to ignore it. And what he's going to say, he said that the state won't help. So in other words, if you want to come get Trump, you got a federal agents have to come. And number two, this is gonna end up being the Waco thing. He's gonna lock himself in Mar-a-Lago and they ain't gonna be able to get him out.
Oh
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. He's gonna do something.
He has a safe room in Mar-a-Lago. You know he do. Some room where they kick the main door in and he's in some other part of the mansion.
But you know, they got what's the PR person or whatever you call them that kind of sits with them and says, we got to think down the road, how you are running for this, you are running for this, your future.
But he
every
decision, they're called fixers.
I'm talking about DeSantis.
Oh, okay.
Every decision you make, DeSantis, it may kind of push you off. So you got to be real careful.
They want him to take care of Trump.
And Republicans are not going to be open with like not helping Trump. Like they're going to try to show that's just unfair. They could do other things besides coming at him with this. They could say all of that.
They said that Biden wants Trump to run because if somebody else runs, he's going to lose. Because people voted for him last year. I mean, the last election, they were sick of Trump and they wanted him gone. They didn't care who they got. They just wanted him out. So they said if Trump gets out, that Biden is going to lose.
That's what I said. So if I was Biden, I would want Trump to run.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Because he's not, I'm telling you, he's not going to win against anybody else.
Yeah,
he's not. You're right.
He's not.
No way.
So he needs Trump. People voted for Biden just because they hated Trump, like you said.
Exactly.
Let's say, like you said, keep your popcorn.
They couldn't take him no more.
Yeah, keep your popcorn.
So
handy.
we'll keep the popcorn.
I mean, look how we suffered under Trump when COVID came. We could get no information. He wasn't supporting us.
He was dogging out the doctors.
Glad when Biden came in there and started doing something.
Yeah.
You know, it was scary.
He said it was the flu.
He was dogging out people who are specializing, at least, as much as they knew about it. He was dogging them out.
Yeah, that's why Fred Flintstone. That's why Fred Flintstone mad at him. Because when he got COVID, Trump just
poor Dr. Fauci and that woman with the scarf around her neck, he just destroyed them. Remember that woman with the scarf around her neck? And he was up there talking about people should drink bleach, and she looked like she wanted to go to the floor.
That's stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see where this goes. I don't think he'll be arrested. I think he'll turn himself in. He'll walk in and he'll make himself look like a martyr as he goes in. Yeah, he'll have a news conference as he goes in.
So that fist up in the air with his silly self.
Keep supporting me.
And he'll have a bunch of Trump supporters.
Keep the prayers coming.
That same black man that's always behind him and everything. He'll be there with Blacks for Trump sign.
And people be like sitting going,
the only way he might have a little bit of a crowd is, like I said, he finds it exciting. So do they. Yeah. They might just come for fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest,
it is a historical event. It's never happened before.
To be honest, if we ran into him, I would probably go, Trump, how you doing?
If I saw Trump, I'll get a picture.
I'm like, come on.
Then I'll talk about him after I get the picture, but I'll get the picture.
It's a celebrity kind of person. So, okay.
So we'll see what happens. So that's the latest on, go ahead and share. We'll go to the next story. That's the latest on him. We'll just follow, go to the next to see what was this one? Okay, keep going. I already did that one. Yeah, this one. All right. Jonathan Majors. Lawyer releases alleged texts from the victim in the assault incident. Okay. So apparently, the lawyer decided that they wanted to release some text messages from the woman who says that
would help his case.
That Jonathan Majors assaulted her.
Okay.
Now the lawyer released these texts thinking, in my opinion, that this was going to help Jonathan Majors. I think it hurt him.
Really?
To be honest with you.
Okay. What was some of
basically, she pretty much said stuff. Let me see. Jonathan Majors' lawyer shares with TMZ alleged text sent to actor from woman. Can you even see it? Let me see. If you can read it, it's so small. No, you can't hardly see it. But the bottom line is she basically said, no, I don't think, oh yeah, you can. Okay, she said, please let me know I just did it. Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight.
Okay.
I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for them to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. She's out of her mind. She think he's gonna call her. They just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack and that they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm going to do all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care, she promised all will be relayed. Unshared.
Okay.
His lawyer, first of all,
the thing about strangulation.
first of all, there's so many things wrong with this text.
Gosh.
The fact, number one, the fact she's texting him
Yeah.
and he didn't say nothing back.
That messes up the case itself.
Right there shows that he was probably told, don't communicate with her. Just leave this alone.
Like, oh my God, I didn't know that this was.
I don't know why the police didn't look at the fact that he called the police, not her.
He called. Well, we know why he called, because he's a black man. He called.
Right, but I'm just saying the police are just ignoring the fact that he was the one that complained.
Yes.
Not her.
But the problem that I have with this text, she never says that you didn't hit me or you didn't do any of that.
Mhm.
She just said the injuries that I had, it was my fault. You know how many women been punched in the face and said it was their fault?
They got in the way. They got.
I shouldn't have tried to take that phone away from you.
Provoked you.
I
You were
provoked
already
you.
tired.
No,
and
if she was
hungry.
fighting him, she should have said that in the text.
Mhm.
She should have said, I was trying to take the phone from you and I was
Scratch
punching you
your
and
face,
you
I'm
was
sorry.
only trying to keep me back, and that's how I got messed up.
Exactly.
Then she
She
says,
didn't
call
say
me.
none of that.
She says, call me. She's crazy. He's black and he's a celebrity. You think he's going to bother with you anymore? No way.
Thank you.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a messed up relationship there.
So his
Yeah.
lawyer,
I don't know why he released that.
this is a high-powered lawyer, and I believe it was somebody else. Y'all need to look it up. That's something you would look up, Wendy. The celebrity who this lawyer was with first, and she lost the case.
Oh,
It was a
no.
high profile. Why did they get this lawyer?
For him too. That if this lawyer lost the case from some other entertainer,
Why would they get
he'll be the
her?
last person. You do better getting what's the Kardashian? What's her name?
Kim Kardashian
To help you.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
They're
Oh,
calling
my
her to help.
God, I've seen so many black men and I never had
She
this
gets
problem.
never
that
had to
lawyer
support
named
that one.
Gloria. Gloria, whatever her name is, that lawyer, that's who he needs.
Oh, Gloria Albright.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, that would
That's
have been
why
for
you
her.
her lawyer.
Yeah. But here's the thing. To me, the text made it worse.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
It
It
gave
made
more
it worse.
insight on
It
what we
didn't
were
really
already kind of
clarify
guessing.
anything. It just sounded like a woman that was hungry, thirsty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thirsty.
Mhm.
That's what
And
it sounded like, a thirsty woman, because a woman in her right mind wouldn't be calling him to see how he's doing. Then
And
she
then
was
too,
thirsty.
and then too, what you're saying as far as thirsty on the other end, where I didn't realize that this would get you in trouble.
Oh my
But
God.
yet she doesn't realize by her saying all that, she's still a victim.
Oh.
And
It
that
takes
makes
a
her look
special
more of a
kind-
victim.
It
'Cause
takes
think
a
about
different
it.
kind of person to be with a celebrity.
Well,
Because you
think
know it's
about
going to be women and all that.
Right. But think about it this way too, Wendy. She said it's almost like you get abused or violated or whatever, And then I should have, it's almost like you're saying, I should have taken the punches. I should have never called them.
Should have said
I
nothing.
should never said anything that you strangled me and that you pulled my hair and that you knocked my teeth out. I shouldn't have never said anything. I didn't know they were going to take it this far.
But here's the thing. And again, I guess playing the race card.
Mhm.
If that was a Black woman, a lot of times a Black woman would never have called.
Mm-mm.
Because if I'm trying to get a phone from you, and you know a Black man, if I'm trying to get a real Black man, you trying to grab something from him, and he pushing you away, or he, you know what I'm saying,
Whatever.
he's keeping you away. You most Black people be like, well, we was fighting. We was fighting. That was what it was.
The main thing to me is that he's a celebrity, and in a way, it does make you better, so to speak, for loss of a better word. When you decide to be with a celebrity, you have to know there's going to be women. I have to be careful. I can't take pictures. I got to worry about the way I look. It's a whole nother thing. You can't just treat them like you do everybody else. And then, like you pointed out just now, and he's Black. He's not going to deal with a lot of stuff that white women do. He's just not.
I didn't realize they was gonna put their knee on his neck and do all of that when they're arrested. See, Black people, we know that. It's like, as a Black woman, that's why when I hear a Black woman call the police, I'm like, oh, because if a Black woman calls,
It's serious.
it's something, because we know what happens when the police show up. It's like, nah.
Exactly, because you know what's going to happen.
Nah.
He may not even live when they do come.
She may have ruined his career, because you're hearing little rumors about him. Something he did to a director on one of his sets. She said he's a psychopath, he's mean, he's hateful. She's caused up, well, he caused it really, but she caused all this to come out. He could be ruined. This might be it. It might not, but he could be ruined. And then, you know,
and he
a lot of Black women are mad at him now too for being with a white woman. I'm not saying it's right.
Right.
But a lot of Black women like, I'm done with him, you know.
If they probably like, see, Negro, why you with her?
And I don't have a problem with him being with a white woman. I'm just saying,
A lot of women don't, but some do.
But I'm saying, the last thing I said on the other video, understand when you dive in that pool.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to understand you are a Black man, a big Black man.
Exactly.
He should left. If she wanted to take his phone, I'm like, oh no, that's a white woman. Go on, honey. I'm out.
Win this one.
I'm out.
Even though, let's just say for sake of argument, he never touched her.
Right.
He still looked like that situation. He was overbearing her or whatever.
Yeah.
It just looked like.
Once you put something out there, it's stuff.
It's over.
Talk about it, just like Will Smith and Chris. For the rest of their life, it's always going to be, oh, he's the guy that got slapped, or he's the guy. Once you put it out there, it's just out there.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in the long
whether you're right or wrong, whether you're right or wrong, it's true or not. It's still, you know, there's always going to be people that believe it.
Tarnish.
I think in the long run,
right.
Will Smith will ultimately help Will. I think, because remember, everybody was like he was too good. Too goody two shoes, and now this kind of made him Philadelphia. You know, the brothers is like, all right, okay, he still Will. You know, he still got a little of that rap in him. So I think in the long run, I think it helped Will. Not in the short run. You know
why I think too, partly why it could help. Well, you're saying it helped him because I kept thinking about Chris Rock, and I'm like, not a lot of people like him.
No.
I don't I never like Chris Rock because Chris Rock tells Black people's secrets.
Yeah.
Like the hair. You know, like I love Black people, but I can't stand the N-word.
Isn't like it was Chris Tucker?
Like you're not supposed to argue in front of white people.
Yeah.
You know, he puts Black people's secrets out there. They love that.
He's a crossover artist.
Most of his audiences are white people.
Right. He's
like gives them permission to get a peek into Black, you know, whatever, the Black culture.
Yeah.
I never liked Chris Rock. To me, he's right on the edge of being an Uncle Tom for me.
That's why
he's clever. I'll give him that. He's clever. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent, but I don't like the way he gives out Black people's secrets. It really irks me.
Yeah. Now, what would you say, Lenora?
Well, I'm just saying from just pretty much when Kim had made that comment, I think that's what's going to that kind of helps Will Smith because a lot of people in our community don't really. A lot of people
didn't like
that.
Emancipation. A lot of people didn't like that emancipation joke because that man, the real live man, the slave, the real slave, he went through hell. A lot of people went all these years, didn't know why his back was like, so they said it was too delicate to joke about. And I agree. It was too much.
What Anna
It was
said
just
on the
too
View.
much.
Anna
Okay,
even
here
brought
we
that up on the View.
Mhm.
That it was that to her, they watched the show, they laughed at some things, but she said for some reason that wasn't funny to her.
Mm.
You know,
it
not
wasn't funny
necessarily have to be a
either.
Black woman or a Black person to understand, because she's a woman of color. But she said to me, that is a very touchy situation dealing with slavery and the man, that the fact that the man got beat so bad, now you
Right.
gonna make a joke about it.
But
I was
it's
happy.
more-
I was happy when he
But
got
it was more to joke
Right.
about.
And I heard one
That's what
commentary
she's saying.
say, I heard one commentary guy say he hated the fact he kept staying on Jada. He said, listen, I'm not saying Jada isn't all those things, but Will is a grown man, and whether he did it for her or what, he did it. You hardly said anything about, you didn't really focus in on that. And I'd
Yeah.
have to agree he's a grown man. I'm so sick of people saying, oh, Jada did this, Jada. And I'm not saying that's not true, but he's a grown man.
Mhm. He walked up there himself.
Make decisions on his
Exactly.
own. That's
Come
true.
on.
So we'll see. I think Jonathan Majors, like you said, I think his career is going to take a hit. And well, again, the jury's still out. We'll see
Right.
what happens. But once you ring that bell, a lie travels around the world 16 times before the truth
Exactly.
comes out.
Mhm.
So once
Yeah.
that bell is rang, but we'll see what happens. Okay,
you
you
wanna
going to the
share
next
the
one?
next?
It's a good. We have to follow the story, like you always say.
Yeah, you're going backwards. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Okay. Flo Rida speaks out after 6-year-old son is hospitalized from 5-story apartment window. You heard about that?
No.
Yeah, this is y'all know the rapper Flo Rida.
And you think that
Flo
was
Rida
big enough?
speaks out after his 6-year-old son was hospitalized in the ICU. The rapper's son, Zohair Diller, was seriously injured after falling 5 stories from a Jersey City apartment building, as per the Shade Room. The 5th floor incident reportedly occurred 3 weeks ago. Tommy's computer says 6-year-old son of rapper Flo Rida hospitalized with serious injuries after falling from a 5th floor from a Jersey City apartment in early March. The child's mother has filed a lawsuit claiming building equipped with windows that posed hazardous conditions. Flo Rida has shared his son's public statement regarding his son's hospitalization. On Thursday, Flo Rida took to his Instagram story and he shared his first public statement regarding his son's hospitalization and tragic fall. Great day. Thank you to everyone who reached out with their concerned prayers for my son. He is getting the best medical care and miraculously survived a tragic fall. I ask for your continued prayers as he undergoes rehabilitation, but I would appreciate that this remains a private matter. Earlier that day, Stephen had a lawyer representing the child's mother, Alexis Adams, spoke with TMZ. Hadid shared that Zohar fell at least 50 feet from the apartment window. According to Hadid, doctors believe that it's a miracle that the child survived. Additionally, the lawyer revealed that the 6-year-old is going to have to learn how to walk again. Currently, the child is in a full body cast with limited movement. Lastly, they explained that the doctors are still determining when Dillard will be able to return home. However, his mother has been by his side every day at the hospital. So what happened was they have these bars, you can unshare. They have these bars that they put on windows. Not the bars like criminal bars that you see in, bad neighborhoods or whatever. These are like bars that they put alongside the window so that kids, if the window is open, kids can't slide through and fall out.
Okay.
No.
Apparently this apartment complex, they didn't have any, and she kept complaining. And then they finally put some bars in, but they put the wrong bars in. And her son, I guess, was playing around, whatever, and fell out the window through the bars.
Okay.
So now she's suing. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, because I wanted to hear the background of that, because that's the first thing, aside from how the kid is doing, that's the first thing you think of. Is there any neglect in here at all?
Well, here's the question. If do the other apartments have bars? In other words, if you move, this is the question we ask everybody. If you move into a place
Right.
and they don't have the bars or whatever, is it the apartment's responsibility or your responsibility as the parent?
I don't
If
know.
it's an apartment you don't own it, so they have to do it. They're not going to let you do it. You know what I mean?
And it's unfortunate that your kid or somebody has to get injured or hurt.
I will call the Department of License and Inspection and see that them deal with it. You know what I mean?
So if you move into an apartment and you have a kid and that apartment doesn't have those bars on it.
If all the apartments supposed to have the bars.
No, I'm just saying none of them have them. Like, it's like not in your.
Oh, I thought when you made it sound like it's a normal thing for all the apartments to have that bar.
Legally, they have to have all of those apartments have to have.
If it's in the layout of the building, yeah.
See, I don't know.
But if it's something that you want added, no.
Linnell, the comedian, she was on the Breakfast Club, and she said that she had a similar situation, and she said that she paid and had the bars put on her window,
right,
because they wasn't going to do it. So my question, not saying that the department isn't responsible,
neglect or something,
but Flo Rida got money.
That when you first said this story, my first question that came to my head was, the mother, when they must have joint custody, right?
I don't know,
because I hold you accountable, mother, when you're taking care of his son wherever you go. If there's neglect anywhere, like the doors is not locked and he falls out, or the window doesn't have something. He's 6 years old, so he's not a little baby,
right?
But a part of me kind of, if it's something that's not meant to be in those apartments, then
why you move there? Number one, why you move there? Number
understand.
number two, I understand if it's somebody who don't have money. Like if you live in an apartment, everybody don't have money.
Flo Rida. That big necklace he had on was enough to buy a bar.
Everybody don't have money to put bars on their windows. But I'm thinking this is Flo Rida's child.
This is Flo Rida's child.
I'm not saying that the apartment is not neglect. I mean, I would sue him too. But I'm just saying, just like when kids drown, don't you notice that when a celebrity or something, you have money. You should have some kind of
all the
security around
make all of the necessary precautions to keep your kids safe.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but I would hold him responsible because whether he got them fixed or didn't get them fixed, or could or couldn't, he knew he had them. So there's no way that child should have been anywhere near there.
Yeah.
I mean, the type of mom I was, that would have never happened.
Yeah.
Because I would not have them near a stove. I would not have them, you know what I'm saying, near a fireplace. It's just some places he would not be near. So if I was his mother, I would be soft with that father. He wasn't doing his job, period.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if he was even there. Flo Rida was there. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't even know who the guy is. I don't know any of the details, and I don't want to accuse him of anything. I don't know all the details. But not just him, any father.
Yeah.
Any father that was there, I would hold him responsible. I don't play that. I wasn't that kind of mother, and I'm not going to tolerate you being that kind of father. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's more to the story, Kim. I don't know what you were reading.
It's more to the story. I'm basing this without facts. But in general, that's what I would do.
Like how you were thinking, Wendy. I wasn't even thinking the dad. In fact, he's out of the equation for me. I'm thinking the mom. That's the story is between the mom, her job as a protector, and the building's job as what was needed.
Mm-hmm.
Was it their job to have something? Was it her job to make sure it was there? I mean, it's a big investigation.
If it was the mother, I would hold her responsible, but that's what license and inspection is for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you feel something's not right, call license and inspection. Let them come out and look at it. If they don't feel it's safe, they'll make you change it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So we'll see.
There's more investigation for this.
But like I said, I don't know the details, so I'm talking about in general. I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody because I don't know what happened. I don't even know who he is.
Yeah. Well, you know Flo Rida. Remember
No,
that song, Apple Bottom Jeans? Dun, 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 dun. She hit the floor. Dun, 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 dun. Shorty got low, 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 low. You
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that
I
song?
remember that. Yeah, I
That's
remember
Flow
it.
Rider.
He did some other
Oh,
stuff too.
okay.
He has some
Well,
other
I'm
songs,
just glad the little baby is
but that's the
okay. I'm
name.
glad he's okay, and whoever
Yeah,
was with him has learned a lesson.
yeah. So that's just
We'll
throw
see
that.
how
We'll
far it
see.
goes with the mom,
Okay.
and she was in custody of a man,
We'll see how that
and
goes.
and
But
that's God, because that boy could have died.
that boy could. So I feel like the apartment she should sue.
Yeah, because
But I
who was
just
that?
feel like she should have
Eric
taken.
Clapton. Remember Eric Clapton's son
What
fell
happened
from a
to him?
window and he died.
Oh,
Yeah, he died.
Well, we know
fell off
O.J.
the
Simpson's
balcony.
daughter drowned.
Tyson's daughter drowned too.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so did Sam Cooke's son.
Oh, you're right. I forgot Mike Tyson's
Yeah.
lost a kid.
Yeah.
Drowned. That's
Yeah,
what I was saying.
She was running on one of those runner things, and somehow her dress or something got caught in it, strangled her.
Wow.
Something like
That's
something
sad.
like that. I know it was an exercise machine that did it to her.
Yeah, I remember. You're
That's
right.
sad.
You're right. And then too, you don't know, do you have a case when you're suing the person of the person that made that item? Or
Mhm.
you know, people probably still go towards it and try to sue either way. So
Yeah.
whether they lose or not.
All right, y'all. So Lenora always wants to see who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is on the Breakfast Club.
Okay, this was today.
So today's donkey of the day from Charlemagne, a special sperm donor who fathered 550 kids.
That's Father Abraham.
Sued for increasingly incest risk. Now, Father Abraham had 500 kids.
Father Abraham had many sons.
How many?
Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. Right on, right.
But how many sons did Father Abraham have?
Oh, I don't know. He said as far as the sea covers.
Jonathan Jacob Meyer, 41, has donated sperm to at least 13 clinics, including 11 in the Netherlands, where he was blacklisted in 2017 for fathering 102 kids.
Okay.
The Times of London reported, under Dutch guidelines, donors are not allowed to father more than 25 children or impregnate more than 12 women to prevent inbreeding. Incest or psychological problems for kids who find out they have siblings.
Myriad siblings.
Meyer, who lives in Kenya, has continued to donate his sperm outside the Netherlands, including in Denmark and Ukraine, according to Dutch Donor Kind Foundation, which has filed a civil lawsuit against him. The group alleges that the serial donor has lied about the number of children that he has fathered.
A serial donor.
Like a serial murderer,
serial killer.
Donor. We are taking action against this man because the government is doing nothing. Donor Kind Chairman Thijs Van der Meer told the Telegraph. He has a global reach via the internet, and he does business with large international sperm banks, he added. The suit was brought by a Dutch woman who gave birth to one of Meyer's kids in 2018. If I had known he had already fathered more than 100 children, I would have never chosen him as a donor, said the woman, identified as Eva, according to the Times of London. Look at him with his little blue shirt on.
Okay.
When I think about the consequences that this could have for my child, I am sick to my stomach. Going to court is the only way to protect my child, she added. Donor Kind attorney Mark D. Heck said that the court action has initiated after women repeatedly pleaded with Meyer to stop donating his sperm. We and some of the mothers have approached him. They have asked him to stop. He refused. This is why legal action is the only option to protect our children, he said, according to the outlet.
You know what? Still more?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. The foundation would ask the court to order
my heart to stop donating and to have all his stored sperm destroyed unless it is reserved for a woman who has already given birth to one of his children.
Oh.
An Australian couple paid $6,500 to Danish fertility clinic for his sperm, which he donated under a pseudonym. So he changed his name.
Pseudonym.
We chose him because he was worldly, creative, very intelligent. The Australian mother reportedly said he was open to meeting the donor children, and he looks like my partner. This man got 5 kids. He won't be stopped. I think it's disgusting, and I'm incredibly angry and disappointed. I can't believe I have to tell my child that he has hundreds of siblings. She added. The couple has been told the man's sperm met Australian guidelines that donors can inseminate only 5 families, according to the outlet. Using his pseudonym, Meyer allegedly wrote a motivation letter for the Danish sperm bank, telling prospective parents that he wanted to help people realize their dreams of having kids. All right, I'll share.
That's Father Abraham.
So okay, so here's the question. Here's the question. Doesn't matter that he has over 500 kids. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters if they run into each other.
To me, I look at this as no.
Why not?
Because the whole purpose of a sperm bank is to not be so much associated.
But not 500.
Don't nobody care. If that news never got out, you wouldn't have known how many kids that man had.
If they run across each other and fall in love, it's a problem.
He's going to different countries. He don't care.
But that's still 100. If you have 100 babies in Denmark, the chances of them running into each other is great.
You know what? And I always wanted to ask this biblical question. When did it ever, I know from the Old Testament, there were different laws that God allowed. Because even when, and you can even, if you got an answer for this, Wendy, when Noah's daughters, there was a lot of incest in
well, when you had Adam and when you go all the way back to Adam and Eve, when you go back to Adam and Eve, it's because of the circumstances. There was no other way to reproduce.
But so nobody was nervous about.
It's just like a lot of things we used to do when we were kids. People don't even do it anymore. So
I'm just saying a lot of times. I'm just saying a lot of times we think, because think about it in the deep South, kissing cousins and all of that. So a lot of incest is going on in some areas. Not every kid. We're so afraid that naturally something will happen if a third cousin goes with his other cousin.
The bottom line is
saying they can't stop this.
You can marry your fourth cousin.
That's all I'm saying.
They try. That's why they take.
They're not going to stop this man from giving his sperm.
They're taking him to court
because he can go to every country.
Not if he gets sued. If this is a civil lawsuit, which means he got to pay. If they start making him pay for them babies, he gonna cut down on that sperm
because he's getting paid for donating it. And that's probably what's making him, like, aside from making sure those families who want to have a child, I'm helping these people.
Look how you donate. So he must, you know what I'm saying? He's obsessed with that process.
Yeah.
When the sperm comes a certain way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he must enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's too much.
Nick Cannon.
And I didn't know that the Danish, according to that thing I just read, you can't impregnate over 12 women. So that means, what's the law here in America?
And then think about it, it's a law. A law can be changed. A law can be updated. A law can be upgraded. That's the law for that moment at that time in that city.
We already overpopulated.
Who are we to say? In China, you can only have certain amount of children. They have to be male. They have graveyards in China that have toys all over. I saw on 60 Minutes. All the graveyards in China have toys and dolls on them.
Oh yeah, because you can't have. And then at a certain age, you get old.
Apparently, we don't have no law here like that.
I'm wondering what the law is. How many women can you impregnate in the United States?
Apparently, we don't have that law because there's some men who have gotten on reality TV saying they got 20 kids.
Nick Cannon, everybody knows.
But I mean, what's number? Is it 30 women? Is it 40
Is there
women?
even a law on paper in America?
Yeah,
that's Danish.
If it was, Nick Cannon would be arrested.
Thank you.
So my thing is that I just feel like 500 is too much. And
too
I
much.
just think that I don't know what the number
I
is.
think
that
he
you
has
cut
a
off.
sexual fetish because that's a lot of times he had to, he must
To
enjoy
do
it.
that, to get that
He
out.
must
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's no other
He's
way you can make it happen.
Yeah.
So
He's
to do
very
that over
fertile
and
out.
over and over again, come on, something's wrong with him sexually, I think, in his mind.
And then
Like
that lady
Nick
said she
Cannon.
got to tell her child they got hundreds and hundreds of siblings. They can find out
Although
through
Nick Cannon
ancestry.com.
seems to have a slight reason. It doesn't make much sense to me because it's not happening to me. But I had read somewhere that he's doing this because of the illness that he has. He has a fear. He wants to leave something behind of himself.
Talking about,
That's what I'm told.
Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a fear of dying, so he feels this will help him live on.
Yeah. Well, he said in a recent article I just read, he says he doesn't give monthly money to the women because people was asking, do you have something set up where he just takes care of everything?
Yeah,
he doesn't have it where he gives them a certain amount of money every month and all this other stuff.
But they're young now. Wait till they get older.
Oh, Nick.
Dude, the older they get, the more expensive they are, especially when they start going to school.
Or how can he have a relationship with them and his father's still alive? So is his father supposed to run around and visit all these children?
He's not thinking.
He's not.
He'll see when it'll hit him when he get teenagers. They all want to call. They all want
to even around because he's not well. I'm not wishing anything on him. I hope he lives a long, 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 long time.
I think that's what it is.
He's not well.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, Wendy. I think because he has y'all know what I'm talking about. He has lupus. I think it's lupus because he knows he doesn't think he's gonna survive because he goes into these things where he goes in the hospital and he don't know if he's gonna come out. I believe that is psychological, and I don't think he thinks he is gonna be around when they get teenagers. So I think he thinks it doesn't matter if I'm here.
I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing it now because it's
that's the fear of his. I hope he's in therapy because that's a fear of his, as opposed to this other man who seems to be enjoying it. I think he's just showing it out of fear.
This other man, 500.
Let's see what they do legally, because whatever they do legally to get him, would that maybe rub over into America?
I don't know.
Like we have a cutoff time, and then after so many kids.
But me and what you said, that whole Bible thing, they try to use that so they can have more than one. No, I'm saying they try to use that as an excuse of getting women pregnant and having 5 wives and all this other stuff. What do you mean? We're not back in the old Bible days. So don't use those scriptures to try to say why you slept with your daughter, or why you slept with the first cousin, or why you have 5 women and all that. No, I'm saying they do that.
Oh, I'm saying there's some people not even using scriptures. They just doing it.
No, but they are using the Bible.
All they have in that city or that little dinky town they live in is cousins.
Right. But I'm saying they use that Bible as the thing. Like, well, but the Bible says, no, that was the Old Testament. Jesus said, I didn't come to get rid of the law. I came to fulfill it. So husband and 1 wife, none of that 18 wives and all of that. So, but they try to use all the old scriptures.
But keep in mind, remember I told you about that the guy that came to our ministry was saying how you have to use wisdom when you go into other countries that have those laws. Yeah. Because he told him if you want to be a Christian, you have to have 1 wife. He had many wives. Yeah. And when that missionary came back to visit him, he said, "Oh, you have 1 wife now." He said, "Oh yeah, he killed all the other wives." That missionary felt really bad. Yeah, because he told him you're supposed to have 1 wife.
He should have told him, don't kill the other one.
He got rid of them.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Got to be really careful with other countries and what their other.
Ooh, that's crazy.
They're crazy.
And who's the wife?
I got 1 wife, like you said.
And who's the wife that survived? I wouldn't want it with him.
Well, he's a Christian now.
I don't care what he is. Because what if he want to get another wife?
I don't even know.
He gonna get rid of me?
I don't know. But in all honesty, we'll see what happens because he's in another country. Yeah. In other countries, I didn't even know certain countries have cutoffs. Wow.
Yeah. All right. So that was it. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Wendy? You always
you know what? I'm a little confused. I must have read the wrong email because I thought we were going to do something on spiritual warfare. Where did I see that at, Lenore?
The link I sent you.
You sent them that link.
Was that Mike?
Mike asked for the link and you sent it to them?
I sent it to all of you guys
sent
because
me
you
a
all been
link that
listening to me
said-
share
You
that.
sent
Did
me
you
a
watch
link that
it?
said, you sent me a link that said, today the churches need to be praying because there's so much going on.
Right.
And I thought you were going to do a show on people need to pray more.
Did you watch it?
I thought it was for today. I thought
Did
that
you
was
watch
this-
it though?
No, because I thought it was for
Oh.
this show today. I
Oh,
thought
that's
it was
gonna be
saying that we're
watching-
going to discuss that today. I had no idea it was something else.
Oh, no,
I
you
thought,
said
I
you
thought
said that.
Lenore was saying today's topic is going to be the
Oh,
church is
yeah.
praying. That's what I thought.
But the bottom line is that is the only thing that's going to get everybody through all of this.
I wanted you all to see that documentary because I talk about it all the time.
I'm definitely going to watch it. I'll enjoy it. But I had a
Yeah.
whole thing in my head. I said, oh, I'm going to ask Lenore, do you think we should pray before we start?
Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea to do a show on that. On that
Exactly.
video.
Because I wrote a whole, honey, I was into it. I wrote a whole thing about spiritual warfare and one can take down, I had a whole list of things in case you asked me a question. And so I was going to say in the beginning before we started, Lenore, do you think we should pray before we start this?
I think you guys should watch it, and we can do that.
I am going to watch it, but I had no idea that was what it was for.
Yeah, so
I thought that was my invitation.
Oh no! So let's do this. We'll have a special show maybe next week on that tape that you sent
on
them.
that link that I
On
sent
that link.
YouTube,
and I'm going to watch it when I get off the air.
Yeah, so you watch it, and Mike, I know he's on here, and whoever else you sent it to. I think you sent it to a few other people. So y'all watch that tape, and we'll do a special show talking about that tape.
And you know what else? I haven't seen the tape yet, but my best friend who was an evangelist, she used to always talk about territorial demons. And what she was, like say, if something happens, a lot of it happens in one place. Anyway, she was just talking about the different types of prayer. You have to know when you're praying for a spirit. You have to be careful. Don't get me started. But I'm just saying, it's a whole lot to talk about. And it's something that you and I and Nora have to do anyway.
There's a book called This Present Darkness. And it's Frank Peretti. Any of his books you read. Frank Peretti is a Christian version of Stephen King.
Okay.
He's a Christian version of Stephen King.
Oh, he must be good.
His books talks about spiritual, demonic spirits and God's spirits fight, the angels fighting.
Exactly.
And I always wanted that book to be a movie.
Yeah.
But
you remember when who was it? Daniel? Somebody was praying and praying and praying and praying and praying, and nothing happened. And then when he got to the bottom of what was going on, the angels was rumbling with demons.
He's going to keep his prayers from getting heard, getting to reach.
So we'll do that. You know what? We'll do that next Friday. That's it.
And there's different types of angels also. You don't pray to angels, but when you pray, angels are released. Anyway.
Watch that.
So Friday.
One of the questions though, Wendy, when you guys watch that documentary, this happened in the 70s, 80s. My question is, we see how God moved with that power, prayer, and fasting. Why we don't do it today? Exactly. When you watch the document, that's the main question I want you, Mike, and all of you guys watching that documentary, because of what happened in those different areas of the world. Why we don't do that now?
All right. So when you watch it, other people, if you're on here, if you want us to send you
the link,
a link to that tape, please send an email to Woods. I'll do a Woods Creation for you at gmail.com.
We'll send you the link.
I just put it in the chat. We'll send us an email if you want Lenore to send you that link to that video that Wendy's talking about, and then we'll have a chat about it next Friday. We might show a little bit of the video, and we'll talk about it next Friday. All right, y'all?
And also, there's a lot of different ways. There are different ways to fast. If you talk on the phone too much, you watch too much TV, you eat too much chocolate, you can give those things up as a fast. It doesn't have to be food. It has to be a sacrifice.
Right.
That's true.
And I always tell my son, because I keep a bottle of oil at the door, and he puts it on his head like it's magic. And I watched it. So one day I said, listen, there's no power in that oil at all. It's an act of faith.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So I'm just saying, but anyway.
But I don't blame him either, though. If you blessing the oil.
I'm glad you sent it to me, Lenore, or we would have never ended up at this place, even though it was the wrong reason. I thought it was an invitation. But
right. I thought, you know what?
Where it's taking us, because God's in control.
It's funny how you said that, because when I first sent that email, something told me, I hope they don't think that this is for Friday show.
I didn't think that. I thought that.
Send the link, and I'm like, oh, this is another one.
Because you never send me email. Kim does sometimes, but you have never sent me email. So when I saw it was from you, I automatically thought it was an invitation, and I got in my phone all kinds of descriptions because I was ready. I said, whatever she asked me, I'm gonna be ready for. I literally have a text message in my phone right now. I'm gonna send it to you so you can see it. But anyway, I was trying to be ready, and I was going to ask you, Lenore, do you think we should pray before we get into this discussion?
Okay.
So I was ready.
Well, be ready next Friday, because we're gonna talk about it next Friday.
Okay.
Next Friday is Easter, is Resurrection Weekend.
Oh, that's right. It's Resurrection. Oh,
wow.
All right, and now understand too, stay prayed up, because now we done told every demon in the world we're gonna talk about it next Friday.
Oh yes,
so be ready.
They're coming after us because they're coming after us because my old pastor said, if you're not going through something, you're not doing nothing, because the devil doesn't bother people he already has. But you better be ready.
Yep. So be ready. So next Friday, we might even do it another day. We just telling every demon next Friday. We might pop in earlier. Since you ready, he don't know. We thinking next Friday we doing it. So next Friday we'll be ready. We'll talk about it. Make sure you look at the video. But it may be earlier, it may be later, whatever. We're gonna surprise everybody.
I want everybody to see that link whenever we get a chance.
Make sure you
send it to everybody.
Oh yeah, you send it to people too, Wendy.
Send it to some of your folks that be on Facebook talking to you.
Not no problem.
Okay.
Y'all visit my Facebook page sometime. I never see you talking.
Oh, okay. We'll go on there. I see you. I say every blue moon.
I put somebody on my page this week. I normally don't do it, but since it's history, I have Don's stupid con on my page this week.
Okay. All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe. And what's the last part, Wendy?
And welcome to another Woods Report.
All right.